Hey, what's going on? Xiaomi just launched its 11 Pro and Ultra. Unfortunately, the event was broken down in half as the CEO had a flu, so we will be coming back again tomorrow at the same time to reveal Xiaomi's mix. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown if you haven't seen it, but here's my thoughts. First of all, Xiaomi 11 Pro, pretty much the same specs as the 11, but with a few upgrades. We're talking about a Snapdragon 888, 3 different colors. It uses the same AMOLED screen, 2K 120Hz. We've got the Victus glass as well for protection. What's different is they've included a new heat dispersion technology where it helps to evenly dissipate heat faster. They did a test on a recent game, which after continuous 30 maintaining temperature of 49 degrees, which is actually less than the two renowned other game-oriented Android phones. So I think looking at the heat map, it looks like an Android, the ROG ROG phone. 5000 mAh battery, which lasts around 5 hours. In fact, it's actually lasting longer than a Pro Max according to the specs. So after 5 hours use, we're still left with 21% of battery, which is pretty good. Not the best in Android phones, but it is one of the best so far this year. Now the phone is a little bit heavier and it's a little bit thicker, but the battery is actually quite good. It comes with 67 fast charger as well as wireless charging. In fact, the timing for both chargers is around 36 minutes for complete charge. That's crazy. It supports 10-volt reverse charging through the back of the phone. They also announced a 80-watt wireless charger, which actually allows you to have that 36-minute fast charging. Great looking wireless charger, looks like a trophy. But yeah, that costs around 499 RMB at the time of launch. But if you purchase it with the Pro, that's discounted at 199 RMB. Which is very cheap. I mean, apart from all those specs, the key highlight here is the camera. It's a new sensor from Samsung, GN2, and it's actually quite big, close to 1 inches. So it's 1.12 over 1 inches compared to an iPhone Pro, which is around 2.55 over 1 inches. And that's about 5 times different. Quite a significant change. So it's a 50 megapixel camera. It has dual ISO HDR, which is awesome. That's only available on the Sony A7S dual ISO. Basically you're having a second stop of ISO and it has a very clean image, so it should be good for night. It also has 4-way optical stabilization built in, so this is mechanical, not just software. So it's got a new sensor technology where it basically allows for a quick focus, and we've got the wide angle 123 degrees, same as the Xiaomi 11, no changes here. We've also got a telephoto lens that allows for 50 times zoom, but keep in mind here it is only 5 times optical and everything else is software based. I've also quoted an 8K video camera. Now, I'm not so sure about the 8K. I've actually tested the Xiaomi 11 with the iPhone, which I'll be releasing soon in a couple of days, and it still needs to do some translation, but the results will surprise you. But 8K cinema camera, I'm not too sure about the quote. I think that's more marketing. Stay tuned for a test on that once I get my hands on this. But they did offer a 1920 FPS slow-mo. Looking at the photos, looks like there's a bit of motion blur. I think there's a bit of software processing here, so not true 1920 super slow-mo, but it's a good gimmick, I guess. So also IP68 for the first time. So IP68 here is basically 1.5 meters submersion underwater, but Xiaomi took a little bit further, took it to a diving pool and achieved 42 meters in the actual diving pool. So that's pretty impressive. It also has Dolby Vision for the first time, so similar with iPhone, and it's got a Wi-Fi 6. All of this in China costs 4,999 for the base model. Alright, so the next was the Ultra. Now the Ultra, once again, spec-wise, very similar to the Pro that I just mentioned, with 2 major differences. One is the design, and 2 is obviously the camera. Now let's talk about the design. First of all, it comes in different colors, 3 different colors, and it's made from ceramic rather than matte, black, white, and marble. Now it's got 3 main cameras, and all of which are very good quality. Alright, so we're not talking about gimmicks, we're talking about good quality, close to 50 megapixels for all 3 cameras. So the main camera, which is the GN2 sensor camera, same as the Pro, but it's got an IMX5A6 ultra wide camera, which is up to 48 megapixels. So now you're able to take really good quality wide angle, super wide angle shots at 128 degrees. Now the telephoto lens is the same, IMX5A6 sensor, but it's able to telephotally zoom 120 times. Once again, 5 times optical and everything else is software based. But the demonstration they showed was quite impressive. They were able to zoom in all the way into a building that's so far away and then zoom back out. So pretty good technology. I guess software is enhanced. It's also got an extra couple of technology, and one of which is the 64-dot DTOF laser focus assist. So basically they're testing the speed of which the laser bounces back from the object to the sensor to determine the distance and then make a focus adjustment based on that. So it's pretty good. It's not new technology, but apparently this should, if it works properly, should be very effective at low light or even at pitch black. Should be able to focus on your object. And then they've also got a extended night mode, so basically extended exposure time up to 30 seconds at night, similar to an iPhone if you have it on a tripod, but it's good to have feature. Now all three cameras is able to shoot 8K video, which is pretty good. In fact, they showed a DxO Mark test which ranked 143, which is apparently the highest ranking camera right now in the world. Huawei ranked 139 if I remember correctly, so only 4 points difference, a slight improvement, but we'll see how it is during our test. Now the sensor, they did a test against the Sony RM100, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's one of the 1-inch sensor cameras. It's not a super great camera, but it's a camera, I guess, a compact camera. I guess with the night photo, extended time, HDR and software processing, it does better than the camera through, you know, all its tweaks. But overall, I don't know how good the quality is. I mean, we probably want to take a look at it closely, and the price is 5,999 RMB here in China from the base model. Now they also launched a light version, which is only 2,299. Basically just the squashed down Xiaomi 11. You know, it's lighter, it's thinner, AMOLED 2K display. It has an 890 Hz refresh rate, and it's got 3 cameras. So it's got the main camera, which is a wide angle 64 megapixel camera. It's also got an ultra wide, which is 8 megapixel, and a telephoto at 6 megapixels. But don't expect great performance at night. But I guess that's the price. You know, you're paying close to one third of an ultra's price. So there you go. Let me know what you think and which one you should want to see a test from. I will most likely get my hands on at least one of these phones. I think the Ultra is probably my preferred, and then of course tomorrow there's the launch of the Mix, which we'll do another review on, and hopefully get my hands on that as soon as I can and do a test for you. So if you like this kind of content, you know, technology reviews and reviews from China firsthand, feel free to tick and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace.